welcome to this new Pumphouse Brews YouTube video. Today I'm going to tell you about the hops and our plans for the hops over the next few years, and then we're going to show you our Jubilee wood, which will be 10 years old this December, which is crazy, but I'll tell you a bit more about that in a moment. So behind me you will see some very strange looking poles, and this one behind me and there's one that I'm looking at that you can't see are our first two runs of hop poles. Behind me we've got centennial hops growing, and the other set of poles, which you'll see in a moment, are our Phoenix variety. Now, when we first put these up, we had people asking us all kinds of crazy questions, like were they telegraph poles, well, just anything and everything you can imagine. People had no idea what they were. But these are all upcycled scaffold poles. So these are things that would have otherwise just, they beyond their natural shelf life. So they're recycled scaffold poles, and the hops themselves are rhizomes. They come from rhizomes, so they're dormant over the winter. So at the moment there is nothing to see behind me, but in one of the summer videos you'll see the hop bines beginning to grow up the coir that we throw over every spring. And then at the end of the summer, coming into sort of August, September time, you'll see the tiny little hops beginning to grow, and then by the time we get to the middle of September they'll be ready for harvesting. Now at the moment we've only got the 2 rows of hops, but over the next few years this whole acre field will be filled with more hop bines. And right at the bottom, that you can't see at the moment from here, but we're also going to have 4 rows of apples. So we've got planted already Bramley and tickled pink. The Bramley apples obviously are just like the Bramley apples you might buy for your apple pies, but the tickled pink have got a pink flesh and produce pink juice. So the idea with the Bramleys and with the tickled pink, we will be making cider, and a naturally pink cider. In December we planted 2,500 trees on our top 3 acres. Now, it's an incredible feat, and even now, almost 10 years later, I still can't believe that we managed to do it. These teeny tiny sticks, little whips, probably about 1 metre tall, the biggest ones, no side branches at all. 2,500 of those arrived on the Thursday, and by Sunday they'd all been planted in the field. And what we've planted is a mix of native woodlands. So you can see here on my right we've got an oak tree, and on my left we've got crabapple, but as well as that we've got hazel, field maple, aspen, silver birch. We've got lots of self-seeded ash trees that have come through as well. And the lovely thing is that this time of year, now the woods as established as it is, on the hazel trees we've got the catkins, we've got buds coming on the hawthorn, the blossom will be out soon on the blackthorn. And it's just amazing that we've got this sort of 3.5 acre copse, couldn't really call it a wood, that's just home to a variety of wildlife. We've seen foxes, we've seen voles, and we've seen field mice, we've seen invertebrates, lots and lots of invertebrates. We've got reptiles here as well. We are so lucky that at the top of the Pumphouse Brews small holding we have this amazing nature reserve.